Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. In Taurus season, the devil is in the details, and you are being asked to pay a large amount of attention to the fucking details. And it's interesting that also in Tarot, Capricorn is the devil card. There's a lot to examine there. Your ruling planet Saturn is on its way out of a very long cycle. Come late May, he'll be moving into Aries. And you got a lot to wrap up. Wrap up about yourself, about your processes, about how you manage your money, how you manage your time, how you manage the people in your life. We got a lot to talk about. Go grab your stuff. Yo, what it do? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025, baby. Finally, a fellow Earth season. So you guys, I feel like, are going to be feeling more into your element, feeling more like yourself. The pace slows down just enough for you to take a fine-tooth comb through everything that needs to be reevaluated. And it's worth the work. Go ahead and reevaluate those priorities. All the things that you know that have been kind of like in the back of your mind, kind of like nagging at you, do it now. Get it done. Do yourself the biggest service. Because when Saturn goes into Aries, y'all gonna be feeling like fucking off. Y'all gonna be feeling like, flipping the table. Like you're not gonna have, I feel like, the opportunity to tend to the details like you do right now. I mean, you of course will. Saturn is going to be there for a couple years, but like there's something about this Taurus season for you, Capricorn, that just get it done. All right. Hydrate, light it if you need it. As I clear out that funky ass energy and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. I just realized you're the only sign I haven't worn a robe for. And it's like one of my favorite hoodies. Shout out to Good Juju Tattoo, my girl who's done my sleeve, Marie, one of my loves, designed this beautiful hoodie. I'm not doing all that, but it's interesting because it's like there's something about like the preparation of it. There's like having a hoodie on. Well, this is a zip up, but interesting that I didn't feel the need to put a robe on for you guys, that it was like, all right, we're in our tactical gear. So that may be something like making sure you're prepared, that you have all the things that you need. You know what I mean? I feel like some of you are struggling with organization, or struggling with discipline and structure, struggling maybe, do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to be in this industry? Do I want to keep associating with these people? Do I want to stay in this relationship? There is no time like the present for you to slow down and really feel your feelings and get honest with yourself about what's distracting you, what's keeping you there, whatever there is for you. And the sooner that you give yourself the time and the permission, 3:33 on the clock, you will co-create a new reality for yourself. You will co-create a new life for yourself, new experiences for yourself. I also feel like y'all need to be cooking for yourself more. Like there's something there about like better quality ingredients, being more eating more nutritiously, moving your body more consistently. You know, Taurus is a sign of the body. Earth is the element of the body. And I just feel like the more you treat it like the precious thing that it is, the more you'll get out of it, the more it'll give back to you. So let's dive in for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. Interesting. Yeah, the Seven of Cups, that tracks. First thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is what are you doing about these confusing situations? What are you doing with all these options? Are you drinking a little too much? Are you smoking a little too much? Are you numbing a little bit too much? What's going on with all of the, like, I feel like there's some shadow work that's coming up to be done. I also feel like there's something about dream bigger, bitch. Like putting yourself out there to really acknowledge all of, like, not putting yourself out there, that's not what I meant to say. I meant like taking the time to evaluate all your skills and talents that need to be developed. These, like, these ideas, these dreams that you have thought about developing, I feel like now's the time to, like, let yourself visualize. At what point does the fantasy take form? At what point do you make form of the fantasy? Be careful of distracting yourself. Distracting yourself with love options, distracting yourself with, you know, sexual opportunities, distracting yourself with numbing agents, distracting yourself by way of, like, keeping yourself so busy that you can't tend to the details. And I'm telling you, the devil is in the details this season. And for those of you who don't really understand what that phrase means, it's that, like, ultimately the hardest part of the situation is in the details, is tending to the details of it. And I just feel like before Saturn leaves Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, you got some shit to tie up. You got some loose ends to tie up. You got some things to, like, figure out. It's time. The world on the bottom of the deck. There is a completion at hand, an ending of a cycle at hand. And this is a season where you are safe and protected to tend to the devil that's in those details. And I just do feel like it's really important for you to be making sure that you pay a lot of attention to your emotions. This is a lot of cups, you know, and with there being a 7, there could be, like, a change of how you feel about something, a change of how you feel about someone with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. There could be a change on their end about how they feel about you. There could be something there around, like, yeah, no more willful blindness, no more just trying to, like, make everything make sense. You're not really living if you're not willing to see beyond the veil and, like, sense into, like, the mystery of what it is to have a body and to be in this simulation and to, like, you know, be part of the fucking matrix. There's so much more outside of the dunya. There's so much more outside of this physical reality and all these tangible, you know, textile objects. There's just so much more that's behind this, you know? And so I do feel like like there's so much you want to do and you don't know where to start. And I would say where to start is stillness. Really tend to your physical body so that you can actually, like, slow down and be with yourself enough to feel your fucking feelings. You can slow down and be with yourself to think the fullness of your thoughts and then therefore feel the fullness of your feelings and then make decisions. But I feel like there's a lot of cloudiness around options. And just make sure that you're not keeping yourself super busy so that you don't have to tend to all of the like emotional or spiritual or actual work that needs to get done. Do not be, yeah, I seen it. The 10 of Wands and then the moon at the center of the reading. I just feel like there's a lot of subconscious shit that's lurking in the emotional basement. There's a lot of I feel like some of you, instead of focusing on doing the shadow work that you're doing, it's easier to just like, oh, I'll turn my back on that and I'll just actually I'll just keep burning myself out. Some of you are burnt the fuck out and you don't realize it, and I feel like your subconscious mind is about to like, boop, elbow you in the fucking teeth real quick and let you know. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's giving let go or be dragged. Either you voluntarily start really focusing on your emotional and spiritual body and physical body, or you're gonna be dragged into it. The moon at the center of the reading is like, hey, what's going on with your dreams? What's going on with your intuition? I say it all the time. Capricorns are some of the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. You fuckers be knowing, but you talk yourself out of that knowing because you can't see it with your physical eyes. And that's silly. For some of you, I feel like there's a lot of burnout around motherhood, burnout around being a mother. Maybe you need to ask for help. Some of you I feel like, are having, or maybe your mother is asking for help and you need to show up for your parents. Some of you need to be putting in a lot of work into healing your mother wound, which is your shadow. Cancer is your opposite sign, and AKA your shadow. And Cancer is a sign of the mother. But this is about a Pisces. Possibly someone with Cancer placements, possibly. We'll say Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but this is Pisces. And I just saw 1101. And I feel like for a lot of you, there is a reset that's coming, a hard reset that's coming in regards to your subconscious mind. Why do you do what you do, what you know? A hard reset that's coming around your spirituality, secrets being revealed, things that are hidden, um, hidden intentions, this like a shift in your values, your relationship to your mother resetting or changing in some sort of way, your relationship to, the divine mother, your relationship to Mother Earth. There's some sort of like nurturance that I feel like you need. For those of you who are parents, I feel like the way that you show up in that like maternal kind of energy, regardless of if you're a father or not, like we all have masculine and feminine energy in us. The goal is to merge them. But I feel like you are going full force. It's funny because I think you think you're going full force in an opposite direction, and the divine's like, haha, sorry, we're going over here. So you're putting all this energy like moving and you're going towards something else, but like things are not as they seem in Taurus season for you. I think you think you're going somewhere specific. You're like, I've gathered what is of value. I know that I'm going in this direction. This is what's happening, and I'm going to make this happen. And then God's like, aha, sit down. Let's look at this. And I'm going to clarify this. I'm excited to clarify this over on Patreon. Be sure to check out the Taurus season astrology video. It's pretty short. It's just got all the, astrological transit dates that you may want to know about. But over on Patreon, you should come join my ethical cult, darling. We're going to clarify all these cards and go a little bit deep. There's all kinds of astrological content over there. There's a tier for daily readings too. So check me out, patreon.com/JustJEverything. The links are in the description box below. But I feel like, I just heard blindsided. I feel like some of you are about to get blindsided with the subconscious mind. And what that is, ooh, okay. Sorry, I just saw Justice on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like there's some like divine intervention around your decision making skills, and like some of you are banging your head against the wall. Why do I do this? Why do I keep ending up in these scenarios? Why do I keep end up like being with these same kind of people or attracting this same situation, or running into the same problem, and you're looking with your physical eyes, and the divine is like, yo, this is coming from your childhood. There is something about your psychocybernetic settings that is like, hey, we got to look at this. And it may be secrets that you're keeping from yourself. There may be just like this sense of like feeling something. Also, okay, this is really random. Some of you are dating someone, or you're dating multiple people, and then your spidey senses start tingling, and you're going full force into figuring out what the mystery is, or what the lie, or what the omission is, what the secret is. So some of you, be careful about getting lost in the sauce trying to figure out what someone else is doing. Be careful of like Facebook stalking, or just getting consumed by trying to figure out the mystery versus getting still and asking the divine to reveal the truth to you. Some of you may have to go to the aid of someone with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, specifically Pisces. For some of you, there is someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements going in a completely different direction than you anticipated. They may be putting a lot of energy into you. They may be like moving towards you. Things may be progressing like quite quickly. Or for some of you, this person is like skirt and like has gone in a completely different direction, or has turned their back on you, or you're turning your back on them. I just feel like you or someone around you is turning their back on, like, this is too messy. This is confusing. This is like, there could just be something like, clean up the fucking mess. The mess in your heart, the mess in your house, the mess in your psyche. The mess is coming up to be like, the clutter needs to be cleared out. And that's an inside job. That's not something that somebody else needs to come in and do for you. I feel like that's very personal work for you. You don't want anybody to see the messiness, but someone has been able to identify the mess, and they're opting out, or they're putting in a whole bunch of work or effort to like help you with this. And I think you should let them help you. Or this is something like, okay, damn, like, I guess I need to clean up my mess, because there's people that I want in my life that are distancing themselves from me because of the messiness that I've created. And I feel like this is emotional messiness. This feels romantic messiness. Final two cards, final two messages, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. The Death card. Damn, this is the first. I think y'all are the first to get two major arcana. Usually there's been none or one. Final card, final message. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Final card, final message, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus. Whoa. Okay. 3 major arcana. Remember when I said let go or be dragged? And Strength on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Shit. Told you the devil was in the damn details. You start to uncover the details, you start to get to it, and I feel like there's this huge transformation that's taking place, an internal transformation. And with Strength at the bottom of the deck, the divine's like, yo, there is a new cycle that I need you to initiate. So we got to get real clear about what you're afraid of. What are you so afraid of? What makes you feel weak? What's going on with your like raw primal instincts? What's going on with all this raw emotion? There could be lots of like physical energy that you're getting, willpower that you have access to, so you can tend to this messiness, so that you can be like, get super clear and decisive about what it is that you want and what you're tolerating, what your standards are going forward. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. like I said, that goes in a different direction or is angry or rejects you, or you're feeling rejected by them, or some of you are still healing from a certain kind of rejection from a fire sign, possibly. It feels like someone with Leo placements, though. Anyway, with the moon at the center of the reading, things are not as they seem. And you've got to dive into understanding your subconscious mind, and just, you got to get more masterful with your subconscious mind, because once you do, you will initiate a transfer. Well, ooh, I feel like this is a result of Pluto being in your sign for so long. I feel like, Pluto is a planet of ordeals and the transformations that arise from them. And you're done with all the ordeals that Pluto needed to initiate, but you're still living in the wake of the transformation that he initiated, that the ordeals initiated. There's still, like, the wake, the ripples, from the ordeals are still, you're still running into them. Oh, funny, I said the ripples. Yep. Yep. Pluto ain't done with you yet, baby. I feel like you're done with the ordeals and you're fully in the transformative phase. Who do you want to become? You care about your reputation. So, like, what do you want to be known for? What do you want your legacy to be? What are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing, property and money over people? Are you prioritizing accomplishment over people? Are you, what's going on with you in love? What's going on with you in self-love? What's going on with you and your values? With death coming up, death is a great card. It's one of the best cards to get. It's just like, hey, there's some shit that has persisted that's coming to an end so that something bigger can come. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody with Scorpio or Aries or Aquarius placements coming in, or that's playing a bigger role in some sort of way. I feel like this is a sudden aha moment, a sudden change, a sudden revelation, a sudden transformation. Suddenly noticing the writing that's on the wall, suddenly seeing the cracks in the foundation, something that you thought was once safe, or something that you thought was a haven, um, possibly falling apart or being damaged in some sort of way. I just feel like there could be also this feeling of freedom. Like, the tower can be seen as like, ooh, you want to go to the tower. But when you see the tower crumble, it's like, yeah, viva la resistance, that kind of thing. So some of it depends, is going to be different for everybody. But I do feel like there is this, like, force that is greater than you. This is an end of an era. Pluto leaving your sign in Aquarius, Aries, I mean Saturn starting a whole new cycle in Aries. Like, we've been talking about your life going from black and white to Technicolor for like a couple years now. In that process, everything goes slower for you guys. You're ruled by Saturn, But like that process of the Technicolor starting to reveal itself from black and white to Technicolor, it's been slower than you expected, but this is going to be worth it. An old awareness, an old knowing, an old thought process getting fallen away. Y'all getting out of a relationship you shouldn't be in. Y'all getting out of a job you shouldn't be in. You getting out of friendships that you shouldn't be in. You getting out of like situations that are causing harm to, or that are negatively, you getting out of situations that are negatively influencing things that you really care about or people you really care about. Let's say, for instance, like, you're in a relationship but you're trying to stay friends with somebody that you used to sleep with, and they're still like, that person's still flirtatious with you even though you're in a relationship, and you're like, well, we're just friends, we're not fucking anymore, blah blah blah. Like I don't know why that example came up, but that's how that feels. Like there's something there around like, are you holding on to things? Are you holding on to people and things that are or that are getting in the way of you wanting to build whatever it is that you're trying to build? Are you holding on to behaviors or habits that are counterproductive to what you're actually trying to create or solidify? I feel like there is somebody with Scorpio or Aries placements that is playing Scorpio, Aries, or Pisces placements that's playing a huge fucking role in your Taurus season, and possibly it's going to carry on into Gemini season, definitely. 3 major arcana. Taurus season is going to be very big for you, and we're already like we're in it. You know, the sun I think is at what, like probably 8, 9, or 10 degrees Taurus, so we're in it. But this looks like a huge transformation. I don't want you to be afraid. This is just about your willingness to look at it. Would you just look at it? And when you look at it, it's going to initiate you like, okay, I know what to do about this. And so you get on the road, like you get, things in order. You start putting things in motion, and the divine's like, we good effort, good push, but you got to crawl before you walk. And so there's something here about like seeing things that you have not previously been willing to see. Your relationship to secrets, your relationship to lies, to deception, to manipulation. I say a lot of you, but flip it. And maybe you're not the deceptive one. Maybe there's someone in your life and your spidey senses are tingling about that. And if there is some fuckery afoot, I feel like you find out and you fucking dead that shit in Taurus season. So what's done in the dark comes to light. Trust and believe that. That's just fucking physics. And that's just time. And you're ruled by the planet of time. And you're being given time now to uproot some shit that needs to be transmuted into positive energy. If you're struggling with anxiety or depression or, concentration or, ADHD or grief or loss, you have got to like deal with it and be in it. Some of you, I feel like you're healing your relationship to your mother. Some of you are healing your relationship to the memories of your mother and motherhood and mothering. This could be, sudden grief, sudden loss, like things that you have like repressed and stuffed down for a long time coming back to the surface. But whatever comes up, it's coming up to come out. So do your part to really do the work, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We are biologically a social species. We need each other. Even if you just shoot me a DM, I'll do my best to respond. I would love to be a resource for everyone, I'm here to be of service. And so if you need a reading, if you just need, a little firm hand and guidance or a loving hand and guidance, I got you, but be specific about what it is you want. Because my initial reaction is firm hand. Anyway, I feel like your relationship to your feminine energy is evolving. You're becoming more maternal or paternal or parental in a way. You are the sign of the dark father. And I just feel like now you're going to be encountering that aspect of yourself. And you need to welcome in the mother, whether she's dark or not. Dark is not bad, just like light is not good. They're the same thing, just opposite ends of the spectrum, right? And so I'm ready to clarify these cards. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come on, let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.